Hi, and welcome to Harmony Around the World. On behalf of the Harmony program, I wanted to take the opportunity to thank you all for joining us tonight. By way of background, my name is Elise Schmidt-Ball, and I am the founder and president of the Harmony Program Junior Board. For those of you who may be less familiar with the organization, the Harmony Program is a nonprofit that provides after-school music education to underserved communities across New York City. The Harmony Program was founded over 10 years ago by Ann Fitzgibbon, who studied and worked with Venezuela's national youth orchestra system called El Sistema. Ann had the incredible ability to adapt the model and philosophy of El Sistema to meet the needs of our community here in New York, not only to create a supportive environment for learning, but also to create an intensive program that instills life skills through music making and also encourages cooperation and responsibility through ensemble training. The Harmony program provides instruction across 7 instruments, including the violin, the viola, the cello, the flute, the clarinet, the trumpet, as well as percussion, and they now also provide vocal training. All of this instruction is provided to our students in a very intensive manner, with the average per student per week of training being about 10 hours. We are thrilled to have you all join us tonight to help promote Harmony's message and also help support the organization's impactful work. I wanted to kick off tonight's event by first and foremost acknowledging our incredible junior board members who worked tirelessly to put together tonight's event, including Liz Lee, who edited every video and was the mastermind behind the entire event. Henry Kearns, who is absolutely incredible from a tech perspective and made tonight's event possible. Joshua Jeffries, who spent hours preparing with our students and will be featured tonight on the trumpet. Jesse Farb, who put together a segment for tonight's event and will also be featured on the piano. Jackie Feet, who's our marketing guru and was responsible for the beautiful images you saw in advance of this event. Christina Abuse, who was instrumental in planning the events and will also be presenting towards the end, as well as Julie Davis, who is my right-hand woman and the vice chair of the Harmony Program Junior Board. I want to also acknowledge all of the extremely impressive members of the Junior Board that I've had the pleasure to work with, including Daniel Adams, Joe Atlas, Sean Craig, Richard Cooper, Kyle Fan, Katie Grudsky, Bo Kim, Cindy Liu, Megan McGill, Jessica McJunkins, and Nadine Yeatman. I want to also, of course, thank our Harmony board members, the Harmony staff, our teachers, parents, incredible students, and of course, the Harmony program founder and executive director, Ann Fitzgibbon. We are excited to have a great program prepared for you this evening titled Harmony Around the World. With so much uncertainty in the current environment, we are excited to share a truly diverse and global event that showcases the incredible talent of our young musicians as they perform side by side with a few of our junior board members. We have 3 incredible performances prepared for you this evening. Each performance will be followed by a short Q&A session that will feature our young Harmony musicians. With that, it is my pleasure to introduce our first performance, which features a Harmony student, Adam Braisley, as well as one of our junior board members, Joshua Jeffries. Adam started playing the trumpet only 4.5 years ago, which is extremely surprising, and you will be surprised at how impactful that is when you see his performance. He started with the Harmony program as a 3rd grade elementary school student at PS 107 in the South Bronx. Adam and Joshua will be playing together virtually a song I'm sure many of you are familiar with called As These Saints Go Marching In. With that, I'll pass it over to Adam and Joshua.
Hello?
Hi, Adam. Turn on your camera. I think your camera's off. Awesome.
Hello?
Awesome. Can you hear me okay, Adam?
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, first of all, congratulations. You did such an amazing job with that performance. That was
Thank
awesome.
you.
All right. So let me jump in just with a few questions so we can learn more about the artist. So we know that you've been playing trumpet for about 4.5 years. So you're no novice to the instrument. So tell us, what made you start playing trumpet?
Um, well, I was iffy on it at first, but when they handed me my trumpet, it was like love at first sight, and I just didn't want to let go of it.
Awesome. And we're definitely glad that you stuck with it. And with that, tell us about some of your favorite trumpet players. Who really inspires you?
Miles Davis, um, Clifford Brown, Dizzy Gillespie, they were all very good jazz artists, and I just love to listen to them.
Yes, and I know as we've worked on this piece, we both share that love of some of the old school kind of traditional trumpet players, a lot of whom spent time in New York City really honing their crafts in some of the clubs here. So that's pretty awesome. Talk to us about this particular song, When the Saints Go Marching In. Of course, a classic song. So what made you decide to play this particular piece?
Um, I wanted to play this song because it's one of the first songs I ever learned on trumpet, and it was already familiar to me.
Awesome. So this performance gives you a chance to kind of elevate your interpretation of it, right? And of course,
Yes.
personally, I can't wait to see years from now how your interpretation grows. I was telling Adam earlier, in just a few years, I'm sure I'll be buying tickets to his concert. So that's pretty awesome. Let me ask you one more question. So I know as we prepared this, you mentioned that there were a couple of special people who were really influential to your musical journey so far. So can you tell us a little bit more about those people?
Oh, okay, definitely one of my biggest supporters and somebody who's helped me along this whole journey, definitely my mom. Even when I felt like sometimes I wanted to give up, she always pushed me to keep doing it. And ever since every day she encourages me to get up. She's my inspiration to do anything really. So, and my second inspiration to keep doing this is my teacher, Patrick Adams. He's a great teacher. He understands me, and we just really bond really well.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, Adam. We'll wrap up the interview here. We think you did an amazing job. And now we'll transition the program over to Santosh, who will perform some traditional Indian music with his family. And then afterwards, he'll be joined by Jackie for an interview.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, Santosh. Wow, that was absolutely incredible.
Thank you.
I want to first say bravo to you and your family. And I am just so impressed by the way you've applied everything you've learned in your music education to be able to perform something like that. So fantastic job.
Thank you.
And I wanted to start by asking you. So I remember meeting you at the beginning of your journey with violin and with harmony, and I wanted to ask, how long have you been playing? And also, yeah, how did you get started with the violin?
Uh, I've been playing for at least like 2 to 3 years. What got me into the violin was when my mom showed me a clip of you guys playing violin, and it got me really interested because it's like this is a really interesting instrument because the way that you play it and to the sounds that it plays, it sounds really nice. And then yeah, that's basically what got me into it.
Into violin. Great. Fantastic. And I wanted to ask you also, how have you been keeping up with your music during the pandemic? Since, such a crucial part of playing an instrument is being with other people. What have you been doing to keep up with your playing?
One thing I've been doing is mostly just finding the right times to like look at my music, like once or twice, just to make sure like that I know what I'm playing.
Great. And do you take lessons still with harmony during this time?
Yes.
What kinds of lessons?
Uh, I take on Monday and Thursday. I take the regular harmony classes from 5 to 6 with Mr. Brian, and then on Tuesday I have the private lessons from 4 o'clock to 4:30 ish.
Wow, that's fantastic. Great. And I also wanted to ask Santosh, what do you like to do outside of playing music? Do you have any other hobbies and interests outside of the violin?
Mostly just like drawing, maybe like playing tabla, and
Nice. And you were telling me about computers too and technology, right?
yeah, I'm
Great.
also interested in like how it all works.
Awesome. And finally, I wanted to ask one more question, which is, how does it feel to play music from your culture with your family?
It feels like now that I'm used to playing with my family, but playing music with my family, but I never played violin with them. So now that I'm playing violin, it opens up a lot more memories for the near future, and it opens up a lot more songs that I can play too.
Wonderful. Well, again, you were so great, and so were your parents. Special shout out to your entire family. And now I'd like to introduce for our final performance, Jesse Farb and Angelo Cherry performing "Girl on Fire." But thanks again, Santosh. Great job.
Thank you.
Hey, Angelo, great to see you.
Whoa.
Very professional there in your recording studio. That was amazing. Thank you so much for joining us. And it's great to sort of bring the Harmony Around the World theme back home to New York City with a fellow New Yorker artist like Alicia Keys. So what is your connection with that song? You play it so beautifully and with such self-assurance.
I always love this song, but there is a special connection there. Alicia Keys sponsored the music tech program at my high school, Edward Murrow High School, back in 2015. So if it wasn't for that, the spark would have never lit for me to get into music production. So that's very special. That's
incredible. So when did you start playing violin, and how'd you pick it up?
It's about 7 years ago. I started with harmony, obviously.
Yeah.
I walked into this YMCA with my mom once, and I heard the beautiful strings and violins, and I joined like the following week, and I never looked back.
So you're just inspired to pick up the violin from that one experience. That's amazing. And so of course, as you mentioned, you're alumni of the Harmony program and have since gone on to college, and you're studying music in college, right? Can you tell us about what you're studying, what you're working on?
I'm studying music performance in college with Deborah Buck at Purchase College. At Purchase, it's really string centered. We have a lot of chamber music. We have orchestra also. What I'm working on the Brook violin concerto right now. Yeah.
Nice. So a little bit, removed from the piece you just performed, but it's good to keep a wide variety in your repertoire. And you write your own music too, right?
Yes, I compose and I produce. Recently, I got featured on Escape Artist Connective, NOIC, where what we're doing is we're connecting people who have felt disconnected during the pandemic by having live composition and production, turning people's phrases, stories, and words into sound.
That's great. What was the name of the program again?
Escape Artist Connective.
That's amazing and such a great initiative, and it's great to see our Harmony alumni moving on to such great things. That was an incredible performance, and I just want to thank you again for joining us. I'm going to turn it over to Christina Abasad to tell us a bit more about the Harmony program and the junior board. Thank you so much again, Angela. It was great.
Thank you so much, Jesse. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us this evening. My name is Christina Abasad, and I am the Chief Operating Officer and Secretary of the Harmony Program Junior Board. We hope you've enjoyed these amazing performances by these students and subscribe to Harmony Program's YouTube and Facebook channels. You can also visit us at harmonyprogram.org. As Elise described in her earlier remarks, the Harmony Program is dedicated to bringing music education to children across a variety of instruments. That dedication has not wavered throughout the pandemic and our need to adapt to a more virtual lifestyle. And with that in mind, now that we've brought you Harmony Around the World, we'd now like to bring you Harmony at Home, an original series of YouTube-based beginner music lessons. This free year-long series launched its first lesson on November 16th, and we'd like to give you a sneak peek of what is left to come.
I'm Ann Fitzgibbon, founder and executive director of the Harmony Program. For over a decade, we've been expanding access to music education across New York City, and at this moment, our mission feels more important than ever before. For that reason, we're creating a brand new series of music lessons that we're making available to elementary school students everywhere, entirely free of charge. We call it Harmony at Home. Beginning next month, we'll release each week a music lesson introducing students to beginner music theory, music appreciation, and music making right in their homes. And the best part is, we'll be joined by some of the Harmony Program's musical friends.
I'm Anthony McGill, principal clarinetist of the New York Philharmonic, and I'm really happy to be here with you for Harmony at Home.
My name is Jamie Bernstein, and I can't wait to join you on Harmony at Home to tell you all about my dad, Leonard Bernstein.
I'm Jeff Beal, and I'm a composer. I write music for film and TV, and maybe someday you will too. I hope you'll join me soon for a visit into my studio for Harmony at Home.
Hello, I'm violinist Joshua Bell, and I believe that music is a vital part of every child's education. That's why I'm so pleased to connect with students this year through Harmony at Home.
Hello, this is Larissa Martinez, and I am so happy to be part of Harmony at Home to share with students my love for the art of singing.
This is Thomas Wilkins, and I am an orchestral conductor in a couple different places, but I gotta tell you, I'm having more fun thinking about spending time with the students from Harmony at Home.
Those are just a few of the artists who share our commitment to reaching our students when and where they need us most. So join us this year for Harmony at Home, because we all know that music makes everything a little bit better.
Again, thank you all for joining us this evening, and thank you for your donations and for any donations yet to come. As you may have seen, $30 can buy a student a practice pad and drumsticks, $50 can secure a music lesson with a private teacher at the Harmony program, and $100 can supply a student with a new violin or viola bow, like I have here. And to further emphasize the formidable impact that music education can have on a child, I'd like to introduce you to my violin and my bow. She's been with me for over 20 years. This instrument has had a profound impact on my life, and I cannot begin to explain how many stories I can tell based around and involving this instrument. I began learning all about it in a public elementary school, one note and one string at a time. And so again, we thank you for your time, your donations, and we hope you join us again at another future Harmony program event. Have a wonderful evening.